Oh, what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? Welcome back here today to MG Baseball. Today, we are going to be doing my first of maybe like a three-part series of fantasy baseball mock drafts. I think I want to do maybe 2 mock drafts and then maybe finish it off showing you guys one of my fantasy baseball leagues because low-key, I like fantasy baseball more than football. I love them both a ton, but I play like Dynasty fantasy baseball a ton. I have a normal snake fantasy baseball league. So today, I wanted to take you guys through like a mock draft, maybe just talk things out and maybe just see how some of these draft boards are falling based off like who's getting called up, who's getting hyped up, some World Baseball Classic hype as well. And I think there's so many different like fun aspects of fantasy baseball as well. I like head-to-head a ton for redraft leagues, but I'm in a I'm a part of a bunch of roto leagues, which really adds in a level of strategy where you guys like you kind of value stolen bases or you value saves in different specific categories. So obviously, if you're allowed to have Shohei pitch and hit, I think he's still a clear 1-1. Now, maybe if you're starting up a dynasty league, that would be a little bit different, like based off Bobby Witt's age, just because he's also going to steal bags, he's going to hit home runs, he's going to play for average, and he's just an absolute stud. And a side note, I did trade away Bobby Witt a couple years ago in my dynasty league for a first overall pick that ended up being Junior Caminario, Xander Bogaerts. I think I also got Bo Bichette, and then I kept Bo Bichette for his worst year in 2024 for Bobby Witt. I guess now Junior Caminario for Bobby Witt looks a little better. I think I used one of the first-round picks in that trade to get Juan Soto, but he was a high dollar amount, and then you can't keep him. All right, let's get into this mock draft here. A lot of auto picks here. Not a lot of people drafted middle of the day here on a Thursday for fantasy baseball. So the first 2 picks were Aaron Judge and Bobby Witt. I mean, for Roto like Shohei, fielding doesn't matter. He's going to hit a ton of bombs. He's going to steal hopefully 20 bags. Maybe there's going to be some regression there from what he's been over the last few years, but you're also going to get a solid pitcher. I mean, I'm not going to take Soto. I'm not going to take Jose Ramirez. I'm going to take Shohei Ohtani 3rd overall. I believe in any type of like redraft league, he should still go 1. You may disagree, you might value like Bobby Witt or Aaron Judge specifically a little bit more. But I think Shohei is like, he's obviously the safest pick ever. And like, that's just the chalkiest thing to ever say. So yeah, we're going to go through this pretty quickly here today. And there's just so many fun young names to really look into as well. Now you're dealing with some guys coming out of injuries, out of camp. I mean, it's just like the age-old question, when do you target pitching? When do you target hitting? I could just pair up Shohei with Yamamoto. I could get my aforementioned Junior Caminario. Nick Kurtz is probably going to have an insane year. I traded him for Tariq Skubal, and I also traded Jackson Jobe in that deal. So I think I'm actually going to take Junior Caminario. I mean, a lot of auto drafts here, so I'm assuming Yamamoto going to be off the board. Come on, don't. He ends up going. Obviously, there's a ton of auto draft here. So I have Junior, I have Shohei. I'm a big Hunter Brown guy. I'm a big Christopher Sanchez guy. And with the injury to Zach Wheeler, with kind of the unpredictable outings of Aaron Nola, and they did just extend Luzardo, but Ranger Suarez leaves. Like, there's a good chance Christopher Sanchez is the highest WAR pitcher in Philadelphia this year. It's either him or Hunter Brown. You really can't go wrong with either of these like ground ball type pitchers. But I'm going to go Christopher Sanchez. So I have him and Ohtani. And maybe like somebody could tell me that knows more about fantasy baseball, like Ohtani as a pitcher isn't super valuable. I'm not sure if it's like days rest, if that like limits you with specific outings, and that could affect like your Ks, your wins, if you use wins or quality starts specifically. There's a lot of good pitchers here, which makes me think I maybe should have waited on Sanchez because the hitters really go quickly. Yeah, maybe I should have waited. I'm a big Zach Neto guy. I have him in my main league. Brent Rooker. I mean, Mookie Betts, like for what he can provide you at shortstop, is pretty good value, I would say. There's CJ Abrams. There's guys a little bit lower. I'm a big Zach Neto guy, but Freddie Freeman's here. He's so consistent. Brent Rooker as well. I mean, I could just lean it to the power, but I think I want to get a little bit more batting average. So I'm going to settle for Freddie Freeman here. Don't love the pick, but if you're going out that, you know what, I'm going to get 40 bombs out of Ohtani, 40 bombs out of Junior Caminario, I don't mind having Freddie Freeman in there as well. There's Mookie Betts. I'm not taking another Dodger. CJ Abrams, you have Pico Armstrong if you want to target stolen bases. Like Brent Rooker's good, but he's not really going to steal a lot of bags for you. Cole Reagan's a lot of people like this year. I'll take one of my Mets. I'll take Freddie Peralta. All right, let me not go too pitcher heavy here in this hypothetical mock draft. So Freddie Peralta, I'm excited about. I know people call him like the king of the 5 and dive, and he could end up not getting a ton of quality starts if that is a stat for you, because they do need to go 6 innings, 3 or less runs, and that. So we're on the clock here. I got to add a bat. I mean, I wonder how high like Cal Raleigh's off the board. I mean, William Contreras is still here, so I don't know if there's any other catcher that's gone outside of Cal Raleigh. I do like William Contreras, but I don't mind Ben Rice if he's eligible later on as well. Geraldo Perdomo, not like a sexy name, but really good bat. Pico Armstrong's going to steal a ton of bags. And when I'm looking, I mean, Freeman and Ohtani will steal bags. But maybe I'm just going to lean into that as well and get PCA, who chases a ton, but was so good in the first half last year. Hopefully, he can tap back into that. Damn it, I was going to take Perdomo. I'm mad at the goddamn CPU for taking Perdomo in front of me. I mean, Bryce Sarang steals bags and gets on base. I don't mind Bryce Sarang as a second baseman. And second base is thin. It is not a sexy position, especially if guys like Luke Keyshaw or Jackson Holiday don't break out. And what Brandon Lowe are you going to get this year? What Marcus Semien are you going to get this year? But you hope that you can maybe get some bags out of that as well. So we got almost the whole infield figured out. I mean, how are the closers looking? Still fine enough closers still on the board, so I'm not going to really target one there. Jamie Pena is already hurt. Trevor Story, like what Trevor Story are you going to get this year? Soderstrom, I mean, he can play outfield, he can play first. Seiya, like underrated. I mean, I don't mind Corey Seager as my shortstop, but that is such a high-risk move for Corey Seager. Is like, this guy will be a 7-win player if he could just stay healthy. But Corey Seager has dealt with so many injury concerns in the past. And maybe this year is a little bit different as Texas is really trying to go for it. Hunter Goodman in Coors. This, like, the time I take him, he ends up not playing well. I like Shea Bangaliers, like, dope nickname as well. Augustine Ramirez. Connor Griffin is going top 100 in these drafts. Oh, my God, ESPN has him ranked high. Maybe I end up going Shea Langoliers. I'm going to watch a lot of, like, Sacramento, Vegas, Oakland A's baseball this year because the young core in terms of bats. And I know Brent Rooker's a little bit older, but, like, all those guys, Jacob Wilson, Soderstrom, Langoliers, DeVries not going to play this year, but like there's so many fun young bats there. Max Muncy, and then we might get like Jamie Arnold pitching this year, maybe Gage Jump as well. So on the clock here, I think I would like another starter. Or is this where I go into the relievers of the world? Yeah, I probably should snag at least one high quality reliever. I mean, who do you really trust here? I mean, there's not a lot of relievers in MLB that you could trust. If David Stearns can trust Devin Williams to replace Edwin Diaz, there's got to be some type of bounce back here for Devin Williams in New York going forward. So I could double up in relievers. Not going to do that. I think I would like to snag another starter. I mean, I already got Devin Williams, the 1 in New York. McQueen could be the number 2. Don't want to take Blake Snell. Mizorowski, I just worry about the injury concerns with him. Like Sonny Gray is such a reliable guy. And honestly, I don't mind a lot of players there. So I might look at an outfielder. Ooh, Altuve's here, who gives you second base eligibility. I think there's going to be a bounce back. Michael Harris here. I love Stowers. I'm going to take Altuve. We kind of have the unction going on a little bit with like Altuve, Freeman. That's really it, honestly. We're not that old outside of that. And there's a lot of good outfield depth. I mean, this is only a 10-team league as well. Like once you get into 12 teams or 14 teams, it really thins out. I would love to know your guys' like formats too. There's people out there that really do like American League only still and NL League only, which is mind-blowing to me. So starters here, like there's still so many nice names down here that you could take a chance on. Like how's Cam Schittler going to look this year? Sandy, Pepio going to stay healthy this year. Ranger Suarez in Boston. I'm excited about Chase Burns. I just wonder about the innings limit this year. Or not innings limit, but like the workload. I think Sonny Gray is just super reliable. Not a sexy name, but hey, sexy names don't always get it done. You got to take some of the safe options. High upside Connor Griffin. He's on the board. I might take him. I'm on the board, right? Yeah, so I might take Connor Griffin. I mean, Jacob Wilson, you're strictly for average. Is he the new Luis Arias? Maybe for fantasy. Mike Trout is here, which is wild. Brandon Nimmo in Texas. Chandler Simpson for stolen bags. I'll take Connor Griffin. I don't know. It might have already happened if he's going to make the major league roster. Wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't, to kind of circumvent the service time just so they can keep him for another year of arbitration. Obviously, there's the incentive of the PPI pick as well. I mean, I just wish Pittsburgh spent because they have like arguably the nicest ballpark in baseball. They have such a fun young rotation with the best pitcher in baseball or number 2 in Skeens, Bubba Chandler, Jared Jones hopefully going to be healthy at one point as well this year. Like they're fun. They're fun, but it's just like they don't spend. I mean, Brandon Lau, they have some new names there this season. So we're on the clock. Do I get my second reliever? Ooh, I waited too long. I guess I got to go Dennis Santana. Like a lot of these guys aren't really fully closing. And some of them are closer by committee. I believe Santana's going to get majority of the workload as the closer. At least that's what happened last year towards the end of the season. A lot of good outfielders still on the board. I mean, when you're looking at Roto, like Brennan Doyle, could there be a bounce back year for him? I think so. Joe Adell kind of broke out last year. Stephen Kwan, you're not really getting much power. Teoscar, Nimmo, they think could steal 13 bags this year. I mean, Brennan Doyle, also not a sexy pick. Dylan Cruz, for my dynasty sakes, I hope he's back. But I'll take Brennan Doyle because he can steal bags, and there could be a bounce back year in Coors as well. I know he dealt through a lot off the field in 2025. So we're still just kind of looking to edge out the bench. I mean, Otani's kind of like a DH for you as well. I mean, if I'm going to look at another starter, Tatsuya Imai, It's an exciting new name in baseball, but it's like, how do you think he's going to perform this year? Aaron Nola, Mackenzie Gore. I know it's not been the greatest like spring training for him. Trey Savage. You have Bubba Chandler. I mean, Bryce Miller's down here. Zach Allen Miller's already banged up. Horton, Ranger, first year in Boston. Robbie Ray, just like consistency. Garrett Cole. I mean, this is a hypothetical league. We could say Garrett Cole until he's healthy again. I wonder if like Sasaki as well. Like, are they going to make him a reliever? He's not going to be the closer because it's Edwin. Like, do you just make him a starter in Oklahoma and then call him up to like be a closer if Edwin gets hurt, or a starter if somebody gets hurt, which is always the case with the Dodgers? So Spencer Torkelson, Colson Montgomery. I mean, I don't like Colson Montgomery. The man had so many bombs last year. I'll take Colson Montgomery. It's like excited about the White Sox too, because they have the #1 pick in the draft and they're going to take that UCLA kid. And their future is going to be nice. As long as you can like semi-hit on draft picks and like not be so, I don't know. Because like the Nationals, I thought their future was so nice and they don't hit on the Elijah Green pick. Cade Cavalli suffers setbacks. Brady House never really worked out to his prospect like hype. And Robert Hassel didn't really work out. Thank God James Wood worked out from that Juan Soto trade. So if I was going to take one more pitcher, I think I would like somebody with some upside. Did Savage go? I'll take Bubba Chandler. Do I trust them to throw? Honestly, Andrew Abbott was consistent as hell last year. Riley Green. Hunter Green's already banged up, which you never know with him. Chase Burns, you still don't know as well. I remember he had like such a sick debut, and that's such a bad like second or third game. And they have like Lodolo. I mean, what Reds rotation are you going to get this year? There's so many question marks. I'm so excited about this MLB season, man. There's, I think, a lot of like competitive teams this year. And then I think like one more spot. We could go, honestly, another first baseman. Alec Burleson plays Sal Stewart. Do I go back-to-back Reds? I mean, Stewart can play multiple positions, and he's going to, I think, make the roster top prospect as well on the board. So, yeah, Sal Stewart goes as my last pick there. Obviously, this was way quicker than expected, given all the auto picks. Usually when I do some of these mocks, it's a little bit quicker. I kind of like my team a ton. Obviously, you play with some smarter people, not the CPU. They're not going to always take best player available, and you can get some other picks as well. So, yeah, this is like what it would be for Roto. I'm a big Langoliers guy. I'm a big Bryce Terang guy. I like all the guys that I drafted. There's a lot of unknown here as well, but I think there's just so much talent in Major League Baseball. All right, and then I want to show you guys like my two main leagues, and I kind of want to do like a redraft league this year as well, or just, yeah, like a redraft league, maybe with you guys. Let me know if you'd be interested in that also, because then we can kind of like record the draft video. So for this league, it's a keeper league. The salary doesn't change, but you can only keep 10 guys a year. And this league dates back for a while. So I actually kind of had some tough decisions to make. I wasn't able to like work the trade market too much. Like I've came in second back-to-back years, and usually I'll have like more than 10 guys that I think are worth keeping. So I can do like a 3-for-1 trade to get like a stud going forward. So here's my team, and I ended up keeping these 10 guys. So I don't think Real Muto or Ohapi are worth keeping. There's only 3 pickups per year, and the second pickup is the one that you can carry over going forward. So I kept Pete, I kept Olsen, $15 and $17. I think the budget's around $200. Betts I kept, but I didn't feel great about it. Betts $15, and Betts was so bad for me last year in fantasy. Shortstop, like when he was second base eligible, it was nice because I had him and Altuve. And Altuve is like $4, so I think it's still worth keeping him while he still has second base eligibility. Lindor's $2, easy keep as well. He's still playing at a high level. Nobody here was really tough to not keep outside of Bregman at 22. It came down between Bregman at 22 or Betts at 15. I thought the $7 difference was valuable there, even though I do have 2 shortstops, because there's multiple shortstops you could play because of the middle infield position. My outfielders last year was kind of my demise. I had to make so many trades because I mean, Toglia as a first baseman, but he didn't work out. I mean, Nimmo was fine. Tyler O'Neill did not work out. Lawrence Butler I acquired. He was fine. I was not keeping him for 21. Max Muncy, he got banged up last year, unfortunately. Keeping Brent Rooker. I've had him like 2 different times here. I've traded him away, traded him back. The bench was rough. And unfortunately, I can't keep Kyle Stowers because he was like one of the pickups you can't have for the following year, but he would have been nice because my outfield is definitely something I need to address on draft night. And then here are my pitchers, which were tough not to keep. So Bednar, this is the one that I came down to. I was like, I want to keep 2 starters, 2 relievers, and I have some really good relievers. I had Clase last year, and I traded him away. He wasn't like the main part of the trade, and it was like a risk for the guy to take him on, and I guess it was smart to move him. So I have Yohan Duran for $11, who I'm deciding to keep him over Bednar for $3. I don't know. That one was, you can let me know if you would do that as well, because my keepers are, I think, due this weekend. I don't know if I will change my mind, but I ended up going with Yohan Duran. I think the Yankees will win more games than the Phillies, I think Durant is just better. I just don't know if I trust Bednar. Wizardo I kept for $3. He just got like a massive extension. I had a lot of Phillies pitchers last year, and I'm a Mets fan. I had Aaron Nola for $3. First time I'm not keeping him, which is tough. Paul Skeens, $8. I drafted him before he debuted for $8, and obviously it's going to be worth every penny every year. Mason Miller is my other pitcher that I'm keeping. He's $13, closer for the Padres. If he was a starter, I was going to be back and forth if I was going to keep him for $13, but for the closer, he's like the #1 ranked closer. And then for Zach Wheeler, it's tough not to keep him. He's going to come back, I think, earlier than expected from TOS, and apparently people are more optimistic about his TOS than Matt Harvey's. Forget if it was Strasburg that had the other TOS. That was like a major one. But you can let me know if you would change anything there. It doesn't have to be like 5 hitters, 5 pitchers. I went 6 hitters, 4 pitchers. So yeah, leaving Bednar off this. I can't keep Abbott. Leaving Nola for $3. Scherzer 4. Wasn't going to do that. Ranger for 4, but I'd rather keep Wizardo. And then here's my other fantasy league that I play. And this is like full on Dynasty, but everybody's salary goes up $5 every year unless you draft somebody through the minors draft. So they go up from like 1 to 4 to 7. And then I think it maxes out at 10, and then they go up by 5. So this one is so nerdy. Like you could draft, we were able to draft players in the Fantrax system that were like barely prospects. Like they just got signed in international free agency. And we were also like, we had it where you could draft players in college. So I drafted like Jamie Arnold last year in college. I drafted JJ Weatherholt when he was in college as well. He didn't go to Oregon State. I think that was Bazana. I forgot where Weatherholt went off the top of my head, but I drafted Weatherholt, and that's kind of worked out. I'm excited for him this year. So you have like maximum 15 prospects. This though, our budget, I think is $269. So I know like I'm going to clear up a lot of money here, and minors do not count towards your budget. So this one, I'm pretty confident what I'm going to do. Like I'm not keeping Fairbanks for 22, although you'll see like some of these closers go for like $30 on auction night because there's not many ones and they just get into a bidding war. Like I'm keeping Hunter Brown for 11, not keeping Zach Allen for 30. I will be keeping Scoobo for 40. I mentioned it earlier. I traded Job, who got Tommy John, and I traded Nick Kurtz for him. Before it's like, what was it? 6-hit game, 4-homer game or whatever. I did win it all last year for the first time in like our 10-year existence. So it was worth it. I'm keeping Yamamoto for 31. I think I'm going to keep Iglesias for 6. I'm TBD on Dennis Santana for 6. I think I'm going to let him walk and maybe get him for a little bit cheaper. Bautista, unfortunately, no. This one hurts. Corbin Burns, 40. Now, I traded, I think it was Walker Buehler, which fine with. I think it might have been Max Meyer when he was up. And then who was the other pitcher? I forgot who else I traded. Actually, I might be able to see who I traded for him in this, dating back to, I mean, I think he was still an Oriole when I traded. Yeah, no, definitely. So I traded Max Meyer, Walker Buehler, and Shane Baz for him back in July of 24. And then for my bats, I traded away Pete Alonso for like a 2nd rounder in the minor league draft. I think I ended up taking Raniel Rodriguez or Edward Florentino there. I'm keeping Langoliers for 10. I'm keeping Olsen for 34. I chose Olsen over Pete. They were both 34. Junior Caminario, $7. I mentioned it earlier, my Bobby Witt trade, which was the worst trade ever. And then thank God Caminario was pretty good. There was a small part of me that wanted to take Ethan Salas over him like 3 minor league drafts ago, and I didn't. Jacob Wilson for 6, keeping him. Neto for 11, love that. Dylan Cruz, I'm keeping for 4. I think I traded like Soto when I was rebuilding for him. Soto was like $50 and he goes up to 55. And usually around there is like when you don't keep a guy. But Cruz, it's a big year for him, $4. I need him to steal a lot of bags to be worth it. PCA, I'm keeping for 11. I think I might keep Michael Harris. I think there's going to be like, he kind of bounced back in the second half last year. I picked him up off waivers. I think he'll be worth the $6. I'm keeping Paredes for 16. I will not be keeping Devers for 43. And I will not be keeping Robert for 7. I don't know if any of you guys care about this, but I was like, you know what? We can make this video a little bit longer and I can kind of talk about my main leagues going forward. So yeah, if you're maybe interested in a like some type of redraft league I could do with you guys, and we could definitely record it, which would be fun. You can let me know down below. I feel like we have a small community here on the channel right now, as I'm going to try to build up throughout the MLB season, which I'm really excited for, and I'm really passionate about baseball, and I think talking about it is super fun because it's a league like no other. So if you guys did enjoy this video, I would appreciate you dropping a thumbs up. Let me know maybe if you want to see another mock draft. I think we might do one like next week, and then maybe that draft video before the season starts. And I think I would also like to do like breakouts this upcoming weekend, so you could be on the lookout for that as well. I'm going to try to do 2 uploads a week throughout the MLB season, and then that can definitely scale up once we get to like July, maybe like the middle of the MLB season, as like the NBA draft is going to be done in June. Free agency is kind of done in the middle of July with a lot of the big moves. Obviously, a trade can come here and there. And the NFL season is kind of in their dog days throughout late May, June, July, and then like August in some ways. So then we could do a lot of baseball content here. If you have any video ideas, you can let me know down below. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.